How does it look for them?
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Morning Tea with me, Tracy V. Allen. And today on Morning Tea, I have with me the one, the only Nikki Brooks. Good morning, Nikki. How are you?
I am very much blessed to be above ground.
Exactly, right? Every morning we wake up, it's a blessing.
Yes,
So,
yes, yes.
Nikki, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience? Let them know who Nikki is.
Well, my name is Nikki Brooks. And people say, "Oh, well, you didn't put Queen Nikki or this, that." No, it's just simply Nikki Brooks.
Mhm.
I'm from the U.S. Virgin Islands. I am, you know, I'm making 49 this year, so
Woo,
it's like a big,
congratulations.
huh?
I said congratulations.
Thank you. And I am the first woman to have ever won the Calypso Monarch competition here. I do music not only because it's a love, it's because that's what God put in my spirit to do. So it's that kind
Awesome.
of vibe. So I keep pushing
Mhm.
regardless, you know.
All
And
right.
I'm thick thighs save lives. Jesus, that's what I'm saying. No lie, no,
I'm
no.
part of the Thick Guys Save Lives Club as
Yeah.
well. So,
Listen, that's our
yeah,
that's a thing. It's
mhm,
always
it
been a
is.
thing,
It
you
is.
know.
It is. I remember growing up, I was like, why my hips have to be so big? Why my butt has to be so big? But as you get older, you're like, ooh, having a big butt and some thick thighs is a good thing.
Hey, we got women that want to buy it.
Exactly. 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 I don't have to buy it. I got it naturally.
Exactly.
Yeah. So tell us, who was Nikki Brooks before you were Nikki Brooks, the recording artist? So what did you do? Like when you were graduating from high school, what did you see yourself doing in the future before you became this? Or is a
Uh,
recording artist always what you wanted to do?
uh, Nikki Brooks. I like my government name is Linda. My
Right.
father named me that. I am so much not Linda Maria. I am so much not that person. I've never been that person. I don't know where you come up with that. But Nikki Brooks has always been Nikki Brooks. I've always been. I like music. I like to make people feel good, and the way for me to do that um, is through music. You know, it's all a vibe. You get that kind of like what.
The
Sometimes,
rhythm in your soul. That's
yeah,
why I call this rhythm in your soul.
yes, and as a musician, some of us do suffer with depression.
Mhm.
But what heals that for me, or keep me off the pills, is music and being able to touch, even if it's a person.
Mhm.
Don't gotta be a whole lot of people, just
Mhm.
one person. And you touch them enough where they can inspire somebody else, is like
Mhm.
paying it forward. That's who I've always been. And
Okay.
I will never change for nobody. I don't want to. I just like being me.
All right. So before you went full time into being a musician, I know you've held some other jobs. Like, what type of jobs have you held, and how did it make you feel while you were doing those jobs? Like not following your path, but you had to
You
work
know what?
a traditional job.
I'll tell you this. I
Uh-huh.
use probably about the only person, besides my mother who hated it, and a few friends back then. When I left the Virgin Islands, I was a teen, 19 or whatever, and I was an island girl all the way, but I can dance.
Mhm.
And back in the day, I liked them strippers. Now, they wasn't like the dancers we have now. No
Right.
disrespect to them.
Mhm.
But back in the day, you couldn't show no TT and you had to wear a certain covering. So I found that fascinating. I tried it.
Mhm.
It wasn't where they were able to touch you back in the days. It wasn't that you couldn't do those kind of things.
Right.
So I did that. Use the only person. One more person know that, but use the
Mhm.
only person I'm
Well,
being
now the whole
ultimate,
audience
because
knows it.
yeah, yeah, we know. But you know what? I'll tell you this.
Mhm.
It A lot of things I've done or positions I've held only could make me stronger, because
Okay.
some of them wasn't for me.
Right.
Like the dancing wasn't for me. I did try it because everybody want to
Right.
look sexy. You feel that sexiness to you.
Right.
I've never done any drugs. I
Mhm.
have had weed blown in my face and stuff like that, but that ain't my kind of thing. But when it's said to jobs, I've did Department of Tourism for the U.S. Virgin Islands in Washington D.C. and New York,
Okay.
and we used to do a bunch of seminars. I've held little government jobs here or there,
Hmm.
but I've always been me, a people person, someone to help. I want to push somebody forward. I believe in that. You know,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that's good because a lot of people on their rise to success, they don't remember to fall back and pull someone else up with them. So the fact that you are about helping people or helping women to achieve, or get into the industry, achieve their goals is a good thing,
Yeah,
you know?
I am my sister's keeper.
Good. That's good.
I am a strong believer in that now. When I was
Mhm.
younger, of course, but when you gain older, you realize that life one is too short, is too precious, and women have to understand that at times is only we have we.
Right. That is true. That is true. Because the cattiness amongst women is real. Okay. Women really just don't like to see other women be successful.
Succeed.
Seriously, it's like a competition all the time,
Yeah,
and it gets to be ridiculous. You can go, because I know, like in my line of work, I get more help from men than I do from women. And
yeah.
but I really want to be a woman's woman, but most women don't want to see for whatever reason, you know. You rise, and I really like when I hear women say that, like, I'm about helping other women because
You
I
have to.
want to see them be as successful, and we don't have to compete with each other.
Why
So,
everybody, we all have the same body parts. What makes us different is our soul,
right.
the way we approach things.
Mhm,
You may laugh more. I may cry more, which I do
mhm.
cry a lot. But it's but everybody is special, and until we recognize who we are and why we are special and why we shape the way we shape and look the way we look,
Mhm,
and some of us just feel that we because we brought up a certain way, so we have our nose in the air. But
mhm,
it can only go so much, so high. Sometimes you gotta come down and humble yourself and be like, what, I could learn something from this
mhm.
person. So I in at 48, I'm still learning. I want to learn everything I could learn from anybody, a young person, an
Mhm.
old person, because it just makes me a better person.
Right. You touched on something at the very beginning. Thick thighs save lives, right?
Hell yeah.
So I know one of the things, especially from looking at all the pictures that were sent to me from Esther, you're very comfortable with your body. Has that always been a thing?
Listen to me. I had after my two kids. I have two kids.
Okay.
After my kids, 12 and 9, Kimar
Hmm.
and Nivea.
Hmm.
Nivea's 12, Kimar is 9.
Hmm.
I had a stomach. Like I had like a fupa or what the hell they call it.
A
And
pupa.
like I just wasn't friggin'. But listen, I wasn't wearing clothes from then,
Oh
so I didn't
wow.
care about the fupa. But
Hmm.
I was like, I went through a little phase where I just wanted my belly cut off. So I
Hmm.
did. And
Hmm.
the look, like, if I could be naked now, I would. Why the hell not? I did a tummy tuck. People say, "Oh, you're at Bana." No, that's mine's and all 100% real. But I feel that if I can't be comfortable, it ain't about how you see me. It's
Hmm.
how I see me. So
Okay.
seeing me
Uh-huh.
and loving me, the scars, the thickness, the wrinkle in my forehead, I love me. At
Okay.
one point, I was kind of, with depression. I suffer with depression. Sometimes you don't love you,
Hmm.
and
That is
but
very
but
true.
but yes, but I'm growing to love me every day, more and more. Girl, I just stand up in the mirror and watch myself. I'll be like, that's you. If you see me, I just get my makeup done because I'm doing a photo shoot where I'm heading St. Thomas after your interview.
Uh-huh.
And the young ladies and but this is I'd be like when you and then I love weave. Okay, yes, my hair is about this long here.
Hmm.
I added for body, but let me tell you something. What?
Hmm.
You put on that? It's like you can't touch me. Like what? Who? Oh yeah, I love all of me. And I want women, I don't care the shape and size. And when I was younger, you would make little go, look at she.
Mm-hmm.
But I have so much apologize to the universe for that energy that I put out back when I was younger, because I didn't know. But
Right.
now I love every piece of me, and I think women should love every inch of themselves.
But how did you come to that realization? How did you find that self-love for an acceptance for your body, for who you are as a person?
I still trying to accept.
So, okay.
It's a work in progress. You don't just wake up and be like, oh, I love me.
Okay.
No, it's like, you know what? When you stop doing things to please people, and when you stop realizing that not every energy that coming your way is really for you. It may be a little bit of envy from your personal friends. It may be people might say throw a little shade here or there. But what I learned is the universe does fix everything the way it's supposed to be. So I am still learning to accept what comes my way. Sometimes I'm like a duck. You could tell me something, I'm not going to take it in if I don't believe it's for me. I would just let it slide off my back, and I let people just have their opinion. And I smile, and in my mind I say, you really don't know me.
Okay. Right. But I like what you say, getting up in the morning and looking in the mirror and looking at yourself and saying, I look good. I love me, like talking that positivity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Naked, turn around. I mean, you don't got skin on. I personally watch everything, you know what I mean? But you turn around, you watch yourself, you watch your hair. You know those shit that got a little gray hair there, fix it, pluck it out if you want to. Amazingly, I don't have any gray hairs on my hair. But Jesus, I don't know if I could talk about it on the show, but you're like shit, I'm balls. Just not to see the gray. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I love every inch, and all women should just take a look at themselves, and you have to accept it. I think that's the most important. If you don't accept it, you're going to be unhappy. You're going to be miserable. You're gonna do the gossiping about other people. You're going to always throw hate out there. And when you throw the energy out there, it comes back to you tenfold. So if you look in the mirror and you may not like something about you, you don't have to tell the world. Just walk on it a little bit. That's it.
Okay. You talked about something else that I wanted to touch on. You talked about suffering from depression and being in the music industry. I know a lot of people turn to drugs. So how are you dealing with your depression and avoiding that pitfall?
You see, my depression doesn't come from my music.
Okay.
My depression comes from my life. Not that I wasn't raised correctly or the right chances. Just, situations, in my life. And it just triggered. It was probably already, it was there. But then just the situations that it does enhance it. And how I I'm coping with it better. At times, girl, I would be in a bed, my body hurts, I won't move. I won't do nothing. I shut down everything and everyone. And just for me to find peace. And people doesn't understand that. When somebody's depressed and they're fighting it without any drugs, no Depakote, no Zoloft. If they shut out for a minute, you got to give them that minute. You got to give them that chance to be able to be I put everything in compartments and go through the file and find what I need at this time to bring me out of where I'm at.
Yes.
And
That's exactly what I do. So I understand it.
Depression is a serious thing, and people judge. I am not ashamed. If you hurt me, I'm gonna say, yo, I will get vulnerable. And I said, listen, like what you did hurt me. And then comes the trying to forgive, because if you do not, you're gonna always remember. But I try to forgive because I don't want that on my shoulders and carrying it on my back
Mhm.
because you decided to hurt me. I
Right.
didn't hurt you. You did that. So that's you to deal with. When I go
Mhm.
up to God, God gonna say, "Girl, why he hurt you? Girl, I'm gonna go to him.
Mhm.
Hey, you did that, not me."
Right.
It's how I react, and
Okay.
I believe that. And I learned that from Esther. Recently, I've been doing a lot of learning because
Mhm.
I'm a bull. I I always do the same thing and get the same results.
Mhm.
So by not putting forth the anger and saging
Mhm.
and praying, and I pray for peace
Okay.
in my mind. I can't control the world,
Mhm.
but I can control my mind
Mhm.
with peace.
Right.
And then it just go. Like I had to pray for peace last night.
Okay.
I don't over pray for peace. But yes, I do.
Mhm.
I can't do the meditating thing because I end up yawning and stuff, and then
Okay.
you meditate, man, you start yawning. Like if you pick up the Bible, you fall asleep, that kind of
Mhm.
way.
Mhm.
So I do certain scriptures on my phone, but I work like that with depression. Now, if it gets to the point where dying gonna work for me no more,
Mhm.
I will seek the help I need. But for
Okay.
right now, and then I dash myself in music. I go by Daddy Jones, and since I've been home here, and him and his wife, and we have like a studio. Well, it's his studio, the
Mhm.
house, because
Mhm.
we know quarantining. But I go through that stage where I just want to hear the music, and out of that music, right now we have two songs that will be releasing soon. So I
Oh,
sit
nice.
down there and I think my concepts and I do my stories, and
Mhm.
it goes based on how I feel.
Okay.
And so I put myself in something to
Okay.
do
So
because
music is basically like your escapes.
yes,
Okay,
yes,
got
from
it.
everything, from
Okay.
everything.
Okay. So I know that just from watching your social media that you have a campaign with Mutiny Vodka, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
tell us about that.
Mutiny! Wait. Mutiny! With the
Okay.
rancher.
Which I thought was interesting because it's what is it? Vodka?
It's
Breadfruit, right?
made from breadfruit.
Breadfruit, right. Which is different because I've never heard that before.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what's so exciting? And people ain't. Some people are getting it. Sorry, let
Mhm.
me just wait. Some people are getting it now,
Mhm.
but you know what it is for something so big that could change the world. It's
Right.
made. It come from. I don't care who make it. It come
Mhm.
from the Virgin Island. How great it
Right.
is. And then I'm planting a lot of breadfruits. I know breadfruit. One breadfruit tree can feed a family of four for a year. We
Okay.
didn't invest much in breadfruit. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Down the
Mhm.
Caribbean Isles have. But when I learned about it from Tad and I read, because I had to do my own research. Nobody can feed. People can feed me something,
Right.
but that don't mean I have to eat all. I wanted
Right.
to see where, how it was made,
Mhm.
and learning about what you can do with and I'm diabetic also. So
Okay.
breadfruit is one of them things I could swallow whole. So
Mhm.
I learned when I realized that they don't make breadfruit flour, hand
Oh, really?
sanitizer.
I didn't
You
know that.
what?
I didn't. I really didn't.
Girl, after here we're
I
gonna
thought it
go
was a
drink
weird
the
concept just making vodka from breadfruit. I didn't know
no, but they
breadfruit
make the
came in
hand
flour either.
sanitizer
No,
too.
I didn't know that.
They make hand sanitizers also. You can make
But my guest
anything
on
from it.
Friday is making hand sanitizers from the vodka
Yeah.
rum. So
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but Mutiny made their own hand sanitizer
Okay.
that's selling all through the Caribbean.
Mhm.
And it's excellent. It don't leave your hand. Some of them hand sanitizers leave your hand like dry.
Mhm.
This doesn't leave your hand dry. I don't know
Okay.
why, but it
Okay.
doesn't. It's really, really good. Really,
Okay.
really good. If we will get a package out to you, send your information to Esther, and I will. I'll send you.
Okay.
I'll send you some.
Awesome.
Not
Great.
the
I would love
liquor,
that.
of course, because you can't have that.
So tell us what music you have coming up. What's going on in your music career right now?
Well,
Like, what do you want us to know about?
I noticed in your write up you talked about mistaken.
Hmm.
The reason I love that song is because when I went to Atlanta I was called a Trinidadian. Now, no disrespect to Trinidadians or Kititians or Antiguans or anybody else, Jamaicans. But why I can't just be from the Virgin Islands?
Right.
You know,
Right.
I look like a Hispanic. I'm a Black Hispanic. My mother's from Puerto Rico. My father's from here. My father's family's from Angola. So I mix up.
Right.
All over the place.
Like all Virgin Islanders.
You understand? And so when you go them places and you hear, oh, you was a Trini, or you know, I'm like, no, I'm from the Virgin Islands. They want to hear me say, no, you can't be from the Virgin Islands. They don't got a female. What? Because what happened is so dominated by men. The men in the soca industry are more pushed than the women. And in that, I can't sing. I'm an entertainer. I sing all genres of music. Is that they invest more in balls. Excuse my French. So we got set the balls up here, but not. We don't have the balls where it's need to be. That's how I feel. To have it promoted, to have the women. They don't invest in the women artistry here, and that's a shame. It's very much a shame because we have so much to offer. So when it comes about that mistaking, I am so much into it. Jesus, I'm so sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm doing an interview. I'll call you back. So I am mistaken and I didn't write the song. Okay. But when it dropped in my lap and then I hear the lyrics, you ever hear a set of lyrics that make you get chills? Yep. When I come back, it was like, oh my God, I could sing this. Right. And it was like, yeah. I said, man, I take that thing like, you know what it is? Oh my God. This place is my home. Like I was so proud. And when I sing it in the States, what's so funny is, you know, we're the US. And I went to McDonough Carnival. And I was singing that song. Hail the VI if you're born and you're raised. And this lady had her American flag. And a little tear, I'm very emotional. A little tear come out my eye. And she was dancing, an American lady dancing up a little offbeat, you know what I mean? But she was dancing. And when I finished my set, she met me to the side. She said, I love the song. So then I asked her, I said, why? She said, that's my home. It's the U.S. Virgin Islands. Yep. And a smile. And in my mind, I was saying, Lord, I wish the U.S. did do so much more for us. Yeah. And treasure us. Like the British Isles just treasure their people. Yes. So, you know, I was glad she liked the song and she felt that sense of pride to bring her American flag to wave in a Caribbean festival. It was just awesome. Nice. But, you know, we being U.S. has its pros and cons. I was born here, so I am a U.S. citizen. And I'm proud to be from here, but sometimes they're just like me. I know what you mean. Maybe we should have hold out. Yep, I know exactly what you mean. Because it's a shame that when I say I'm from the U.S. Virgin Islands, I'm from St. Croix, that people are like, Jamaica? I'm like, in 2020, you're still asking that question? Did you not hear the U.S. in front of everything I said? No. You know, I'm like, come on now. But for me, when I used to work in tourism, I had to do a seminar for travel agents. And I was born in 71. And in St. Croix, we had the Fountain Valley killing. Yes. And then we had Hugo. So I'm doing these seminars in front of these elder Caucasian women. And I'm vibrant. You know, I was younger then. And one miserable, and I said miserable because I think she was sent there to provoke me. But I smile. I always smile. You know, that's my job. I ain't gonna jeopardize my job, you know, for how she was behaving. Right. And she asked me, well, why should we come to St. Croix? Y'all had the Fountain Valley killing and killed a lot of us. And I'm saying, a lot of who? I asked her a lot of who. I said, we lost people also in the Fountain Valley killing. I said, but let me tell you my experience since I went to Washington, D.C. I was robbed.
Mhm.
I was held at gunpoint
Mhm.
right in front of the Capitol. But I'm still here. I still
Mhm.
came to work.
Mhm.
There's violence everywhere.
Everywhere.
And I'm sorry for the families that lost their lives. I'm
Mhm.
sorry for all that. But that was back then was 30 something years ago. We've
Yeah.
grown
Mhm.
so much. The people, the agriculture, everything has grown so much. Why would you want to focus on
On
this?
that, right.
And everybody looked at her like she was a crazy person.
Mhm.
Because when I popped up St. Croix,
Mhm.
and then, Carambola, and I popped up Buck Island
Mhm.
downtown, and they're watching
Right.
me stuff, and
Mhm.
and they was like, "Oh my God, St. Croix is so beautiful."
It
You
is.
understand? So it's I
The
yeah.
saying is what? I live where you vacation.
Yeah, that's exact. They want to come here, you
Yeah.
know. So it is what it is.
Right.
I don't condone the violence that going on in my community.
Mhm.
I'm appalled by it. I wish that the youths would realize that we are so much more than they know.
Right.
We come from a history of people that fought for the rights for us to be here. The
Mhm.
four queens, General Bordeaux. We
Right.
went through a lot. Not American history, but
Mhm.
our history.
Right. Exactly.
You understand?
And I
And
know
why
that's one
not?
of the things that you're kind of passionate about. I hear you talk a lot about it. You talk a lot about, uplifting the community and, the youths and whatever. So I know that's a whole nother passion and that's a topic for a whole nother interview. But 'cause I know you can go down a rabbit hole on that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's something.
So,
That's something. Yeah,
um, tell
I
me,
know.
what would you tell to people who are trying to get into the music industry? Young folks who are trying to, or maybe people our age who are trying to get into the music industry.
Don't give up.
Mhm.
Don't get yes people by you. You want like people get upset with me, but I'm gonna tell you if you don't sound good, and I think that you're investing in music, and that's your passion,
Mhm.
and but you can't sing. What do I tell them? I
Mhm.
tell them try entering the music industry a different way.
A different way. Yeah.
Never give up. I'm 48
Mhm.
and I had stopped singing for a while and it killed me in
Mhm.
my mind. I got so much things going on. And I don't think that nobody in any dream give up. But in the Caribbean islands, research BMI.
Mhm.
Make sure you get things in order. Register your songs. You just make sure it's song written.
Mhm.
You have your copyrights. Do a lot of research
Mhm.
and copyright all your songs. If you can't afford to send it,
Yep.
write it in an envelope. Remember the envelopes.
Mhm.
Mail it through the post office to yourself,
Mhm.
and that's a poor man copyright
Yeah.
because it was dated and stamped and
Mhm.
unopened. Do not open it.
Mhm.
And that's and keep practicing. You can't
Right.
plant seed and get corn.
Right.
So you got to put the work in even when you don't want to. Today
Mhm.
ain't a good day for me, but today
Mhm.
is going to be a better day
Right.
because I am pushing forward past what I'm going through because
Mhm.
at the end over there is where I have to be and I gonna get there.
Right.
We all will.
And to check out your music, where would you like people to go to check out your music? Because I know
I
your
have
Nikki Brooks page is full. So how can they find you on social
yeah,
media?
I mean I gotta make another one. That's
Yeah.
why
You need to make
Facebook
a
doesn't
public
increase
page.
it to 10,000.
Yeah, you need to
I
make a
do have
public
a
page.
Facebook page. Is I am Niki Brooks, and
Okay.
Nikki Brooks is spelled NIKKIBROOKS. That's
Mm-hmm.
on Instagram and also Facebook. I
Mm-hmm.
do have videos on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and some people send me some weird messages. I don't want to be picked up. If
Mm-hmm.
you're talking to me about music or just fun stuff, don't come on my thing because my mouth is not nice. I'm nice today. but I do have a potty mouth for those that are disrespectful. But yeah, I am Niki Brooks all over the place.
Okay.
And continue definitely checking me out.
Yeah. All right, Nikki, thank you for joining me this morning on Morning Tea. I know you have to go catch a plane to go to St. Thomas, but I appreciate the time that you gave us this
Y'all
morning.
are calling me on hand.
And you are more than welcome to come back at another time. I would love to have you back as a guest to talk about some other things that we weren't able to touch on today.
Yes.
So thank you again.
And you are very pretty.
Thank you.
I like the bird on here.
Thank you. All right. Have a great day.
And you have an
Bye,
awesome
everyone.
rest of your day.
Yes, you too. Bye-bye.
Okay.